name's Alex Nelson. I'm Product Director for User Experience and Design in Connected Studio.
And I'm Laura Harrison, Senior Product Manager for Connected Studio, which I will talk about myself.
And then today we're going to have quite a fun interactive session. There's not going to be loads of talking, most of it's going to be you guys. And what we're going to do is we're going to just do a bit of a design exercise where we explore how we interact with machines, how conversations happen with machines, and we're going to get you guys to make a prototype of a chatbot.
But it's really about taking everything that we've learned from our audiences, looking at the challenge itself, testing it back with the audiences all the way along the way, and then looping it back around. So what have we learned from all these ideas and these experiments and the testing, and really driving that back into the creative brief.
So that's where we launched BBC Taster, which is it's a website where essentially we get to index and host all of the experiments that we've done. So we might have virtual reality pilots in there, or interactive videos, or things just using new and emerging web technologies. The good thing about having Taster is that it means that our audiences all around the world can try this stuff. And they can also feed back on what they thought about it. So we needed people in teams of 3 or 4. And you need a table as well. So if you can organise yourselves around a table, exploring what it means to have a conversation as a human being. And we're looking at the type of conversation where you've got 2 different roles. You've got one person who's the user, and this is somebody that has a task that they need to solve. So they got a problem or a challenge or something they want to do, and they're asking somebody for help. The other person is the helper. So the helper is basically going to use, and I imagine everybody has a smartphone, so they're going to use the internet to help this person solve the problem that they have. And then whoever's not a user or a helper is going to be an observer, and you're going to be taking notes. And we've got a few pointers for you for things to look out for, and start to really analyse what's happening in that conversation. So I'm going to give you, you're going to have to choose who's going to be the user, who's going to be the helper, and I'm going to give you a user card, which is going to be a type of persona. So it's going to be a type of person who might have some particular constraints. So, for example, if the user is a busy commuter, they haven't got very much time, they're in a rush, they might be driving the car, using hand-free, focusing on the road as well. So it will allow you to think about some of the particular challenges of that user. And each user will be given a specific task that they want to complete. And they should be self-explanatory, but I'll be coming around, and Laura will be coming around, and we'll just make sure that you're all okay with it. So once you've got your card, you know who you are and what your task is, and which person's going to help you, we're going to have about 5 minutes where you have that conversation, where you try and complete that task or part of that task with the aid of the helper, while the observers watch and take notes on the post-it notes. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get into prototyping the chatbot.
This is interesting.
So you have an option here in terms of what the chatbot is doing. So you can either use one of the tasks that we've looked at today, or you can come up with your own chatbot. So you could have, for example, I think we had buying clothes, so you might have like a personal shopper chatbot, or a holiday planning chatbot, or one for planning a party. Or, yeah, if you've got your own idea, that's completely fine.